everyone. Many of the parents have a guilt feeling that they are not spending adequate amount of time in children, especially when they are young. Children between 1 year to 2.5 years of age are grouped as toddlerhood. This toddlerhood group is very important because the brain has a lot of capacity to learn new things and to observe new things from the environment. The later development depends on this neuronal wirings, the neuronal synapses, the connection between the neurons and the strength of this neuronal synapses. So it is very important for us as parents to stimulate children appropriately so that the overall development of the child increases. When we say the overall development, you should be thinking about language, about cognition, about your fine motor and the gross motor developments along with the sensory segment of the brain. Now let's look into how to engage children during this toddlerhood group. This is Dr. Jyotsna Tanigundala from Daffodils Child Development Center, Hyderabad. So parents, please do remember that it is not about the quantity of time. It is the quality of time that is important to stimulate children during the toddlerhood group. My first request for all the young parents is to remember that screens are not very good to the child's overall development. I do agree that there is so much that we can teach using the screens, but the same thing, if you can teach the child, this human interaction is going to help them to develop in many more sectors. Always please reduce the screen times as much as possible. Try to utilize your routines with the children to the maximum. When we say the routines, it could be their bathing time, it could be your feeding time, or it could be just a social play time. In order to understand how to best stimulate the child during these routines or during the free time, you need to provide explorative play to the child. The term itself suggests that you need to allow the child to explore, to touch, to feel and manipulate the objects that they come across in the home or in their environment. So by providing explorative play, the one major benefit is you will be able to get observation of the child's interest. So few of the children might be interested in the manipulative play, wherein they try to fix and unfix the things or try to remove the screws or the bottle caps. They enjoy doing that manipulation. Few kids might love to play moment related games. It could be peekaboo, it could be current shock, or just touching and throwing the ball or catching the ball, anything related to the moment. That is called as moment play. And few children might be interested in touching and feeling the objects. So for them, any of the 3D objects, any realistic things might catch their interest. And few children might be interested in looking at the picture books or might be interested in the alphabets. So only when you provide this explorative play and only when you increase your observation skills, that's when you will be able to identify area of interest of the child. And once you identify the area of interest, now it's a task for the parents to create n number of games related to that particular area of interest so that the child's length of interest can be increased and child will be much aligned to you. And as parents, remember that for us it is very easy to step down and go to the child's level and engage them in their area of interest. Then your parent and the child bond will enhance a lot. So at a later period of time, even if you want to introduce some new toy or some new play that other than their interest, they will be open to it. So do remember to spend your time qualitatively. In order to spend the time qualitatively, one thing is understanding area of interest. Second thing is having a plan ahead or pre-planned activities. Once you know the area of interest, it will be easy for you to plan the activities in that particular area. And the third point is learn how to utilize their routines. If you want to enhance their language skills, you can teach lot of nouns, lot of feeling words or the taste related words when you are feeding the child itself or when you are playing with them. Even singing and imitation of the nursery rhymes is one of the simplest way of engaging the child and one of the simplest way to increase or enhance their language development and their motor imitation skills. So parents, I hope you got few pointers on how to engage children during the toddlerhood. This is the golden period of a child's life. Try to make maximum use of the toddlerhood and please minimize screens as much as possible. Thank you.